February 18th, new comic book day. I've got goodies from all the publishers, some crowdfunds, some trades on consignments, and something new to add to the giveaway we're doing. It's going to be a good week, y'all. Howdy, I'm American Texan, and I love comic books, specifically reading the books, enjoying the art inside. We'll let other content creators on YouTube talk about the drama and the stupid things people say. We're here for the stories and the medium that is comic books. And if you have not heard, we are doing a subscriber giveaway. We just passed 100 subscribers, so I'm doing a giveaway to celebrate. And if we get to 200 by the end of the month, I'm going to be adding more to the giveaway. So comment below after you subscribe, free 100, and you will get a giveaway that includes some singles, a book I'm going to show you today that I got specifically that I'm adding to the giveaway. But the main giveaway will include Geiger Volume 1, and if we hit 200 subscribers in the next 2 weeks before the end of February, we'll be giving away a deluxe hardcover edition of Junkyard Joe, my favorite comic book series ever. So I'm going to really enjoy giving that away. So let's get into the new comic books here after you subscribe and comment, free 100. We're going to start with the main publishers, then we'll go into the indies, then we'll share some consignments that I found, some books that I'm excited to read. Maybe you've already read. You can let me know that if you enjoyed them or not. And then the crowdfunds that came in for the week. And I'm really excited for this week's crowdfunds. All right, let's start with Marvel. Now, usually Marvel is pretty light for me. However, I got 4 books this week. I'm pretty much very happy with what Marvel's coming out, at least this week. The big wild card for me is going to be Wolverine. This is Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon by Chip Zdarsky. I'm not reading Captain America, so I'm not sure what's going on with all that stuff on the road to Armageddon. So we'll see if this one, I hope it's a good Wolverine story. I hope it's not going to be too much into what Armageddon's setting up, but it looks like he's going up against, what was that guy's name? It's not U.S. Agent. It's something cool. A guy that roids out with the American flag on his face. Can't remember his name, but I don't know. I hope it's good. And then we got Dungeons of Doom Part 2. This one surprised me. This one has stories from Percy, Benjamin Percy, Philip Kennedy Johnson, and a few others I don't recognize, but this is kind of like an anthology of different teams raiding Dr. Doom's dungeon after he dies. I was honestly surprised. I thought it was going to be a kind of a mess, but when I checked it out, I read it, I liked it, and so I'm kind of all in on that one for now. Then we've also got Daredevil and Punisher. This is by Paul Miotti, number 4, just a return to classic Daredevil Punisher shenanigans. I really like the theme of morality. You know, who's really better, Punisher or Daredevil? Because the problem with Daredevil's morality is the bad guys just keep coming back, right? It's that old comic book stuff, and Frank is like, stop letting them go to jail so they can escape and just deal with the justice yourself. But at the same time, that's its own problem. So I'm really liking Daredevil and Punisher. So that's number 4. And then the big one for the week that everyone's talking about with Marvel is Ultimate Spider-Man number 24. And this is the ratio 1:25. I am collecting the Ultimate Spider-Man, what I call the family covers. So all the covers that have Peter, Mary Jane, and the kids. There is a 1 in 1,000 that came out that is Peter and Mary Jane. Beautiful cover. I'd love to have it, but man, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that. But I was happy to see that my comic shop did get the ratio of this one. So of course I got it, and I'm excited to check that out. Moving on to DC, I've got, I think, 6 books here, but I'm not going to read them all, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Starting with Absolute Batman, number 17. This is the first appearance of Absolute Poison Ivy. I guess it is the first appearance, right? Even though she kind of was foreshadowed in the previous issue. I actually read this one in my car. Very good, very absolute of them. Basically, how they treated Absolute Joker is kind of how they're treating Absolute Poison Ivy. She is monstrous. Very good setup. I really enjoyed that. And I like, I'm starting to really get into how Scott Snyder sprinkles in little pieces of stories that, maybe only had a page or 2 in the past, and now they get a page or 2 today, foreshadowing maybe what's going to be a bigger story in the future. So if you're paying attention to that, it actually makes a very, very enjoyable read. Then we also got Superman Unlimited, number 10. This is by Dan Slott. I heard that he's coming back to Spider-Man, so I'm not sure if he's going to be ending his Superman Unlimited run. I'm enjoying it for the most part. It has taken a little bit of a dip in the last few issues, but I'm enjoying the kind of one and done storytelling. However, he did kind of leave what I call Kryptonite Wakanda it kind of just ended, and we haven't really touched on it. It doesn't look like we're going to touch on it in this issue either. That was really intriguing to me, so I'm interested to see where that's going to go. Then we got the DCKO tie-in, The Flash, and this is number 2027. I believe this is the finale of the DCKO tie-in. The last issue really roped me into it, so I'm excited to see where this goes as far as like what Flash is going to be doing with all this DCKO timey-wimey stuff. And last of the main DC books that I have, although I have some offshoot DCs here, World's Finest, number 48. And this cover by Dan Mora. Man, this is quite the cover here. And then we've got the title there, Dark Mirror. So I don't know if this is going to tie into Batman's Black Mirror by Black Batman, or maybe it's the characters going evil. I'm not sure what that's about, but it looks super intriguing. I love this cover. I think that's my favorite cover. Besides the Ultimate Spider-Man, that's my favorite cover. All right, then I've got DC Vertigo, so DC adjacent. This is Kyle Stark's book, and I'm all in on Kyle Starks. Anything he does is an automatic pull for me. So this is end of the line. I don't even remember what the solicit said, but it's Kyle Starks, so I am in on it. And then for you guys, I pre-ordered Batman Adventures Mad Love. This is the number 1 facsimile. Okay, so this is not the original, this is the facsimile. It's by Paul Dini. But I got the hardcover trade a few weeks ago, and I didn't realize that I also had this pulled. And while I do love facsimiles, since I had the trade, I don't necessarily feel the need to read this, so I'm going to add this to the subscriber giveaway package. So whoever wins the main giveaway with the Geiger Volume 1 trade, I will add this in there as well. And as well as some other singles that I've mentioned throughout the past. All right, now let's take a look at what I got off the indie shelf. So these are the new indie releases that came out this week that I got off the shelf, and literally off the shelf because I did not pre-order it. We got the Muppets Noir. This really intrigued me. This is either going to be the greatest thing I'm reading all week, or it's going to be the lamest thing I'll read all week. This is by Langridge. I saw it on the shelf and I thought, let's give it a try. So sometimes these are delightful and sometimes these are just eye-rolling. I'm hoping it's going to be delightful. Then we also got Death Fight Forever. This is another new number 1 that came out. This is written by McLean. I don't remember much about this book, but I did pre-order it. So I'm guessing I saw the solicitation and I thought, this looks awesome. So I pre-ordered it. This is from Image. So it looks like it's going to be like just good, mindless fight fun, which is what I'm all about. Not so much mindless though, but I'm still enjoying it. American Caper. This is number 4. This is just American culture satire, satirizing the culture war. It does have the Gadsden flag on it. Don't tread on me. It's funny. That's his wife. She's like an uber alt-right character. She's crazy. So listen, I'm an American through and through. I'm a patriot. But even I'll say this lady's crazy. But interesting cover choice there. But it's interesting. I like it. And they really do make fun of both sides. So if you're one of those like, if you're one of those people that are like, I can't read these things because they just make fun of one side. No, they make fun of both sides. All right. And then we got Ghost Pepper number 8. I'm still a little cool on this. I need to look up if it ends at issue 10. I'll go ahead and just read the series, but if it keeps going, I think this is the finale. I'm not sure what's happening here because we got this new lady introduced. It's beautiful art. I totally respect it. It's just starting to kind of lose me on some of it. So it's one of those, like, I know this is a good book and I can appreciate that this is a good book, but at $4 and you already see how many books I buy every month or every week, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. So we'll see if this one can really hook me and catch me and reel me in. Then we got G.I. Joe number 19. Pretty interesting cover here. We've kind of figured out that the G.I. Joes have a robot on the team. Can't remember Clutch. Yeah, Clutch has been hiding a member of Transformers for the team. So this is a fantastic, wonderful read every month. I'm super excited to check that out. And then we got Savage Sword of Conan Reforged number 3. So this is taking old Savage Sword of Conan stories and coloring them. Just an absolute joy to read. Again, I'll grab my coffee and I'll just sit on the porch and read this for an hour, or sit on the dining table if it's raining. And it's just a really, really fun read. So those are the indies that I got for the week, but we're not done yet because my comic shop does consignment sales or live shows where they show some of the backstock or some of the stuff that they have, and sometimes they'll do themes. And the theme for this week's show was Dr. Doom, so I got a few things for there. And just reaching into the back catalog a little bit, I decided to go ahead and get this. This is a trade called The Villainy of Dr. Doom. I like that it says from the House of Ideas because they're kind of not the House of Ideas right now. So this is hearkening back to a better time. But this, I don't see a release date on this, but it looks pretty, I don't want to say pretty old and offend someone. But it does say, what year is it? 1999. There you go. So this came out in 99, and this just has some reprints of some old classic Doom stories. I do like that it's on paper print. I didn't realize that when it was that pulpy paper print. I didn't realize that when I got it. So just some good Doctor Doom stories. Some of them I'm sure I already have collected in other editions, but decided to go ahead and get this one because it was pretty cheap, I think. Then we also got something. This has been on my wish list for a while, but I don't buy a lot of Epic books because they're so expensive. But this one I think she had at cover price, maybe even a little less. This is Iron Man. I believe it's called Doom Quest. And this is when Dr. Doom and Iron Man get sent to the past or to the future, a future version of Camelot, which is from the past. I don't know exactly, but I hear that really good things about this story. This is one of the few Iron Man stories I have not read. So I'm excited to have this one, and it's the Epic collection, so it's the full run of it. And I hear good things about this story. So I'm excited to get this. And then not Dr. Doom related, just another consignment find. I found Klaus. This is one of Dan Mora's first books that he did. And I just learned about it reading or watching a video about Dan Mora. And this is written by Grant Morrison. I hear really good things about this book, so I decided to get number one because it was like $3 or $4. I can't remember what it was. I'm very surprised to see it in that stack of $3 comics. I think it was $3 comics. And so, yeah, I had to grab that up. And lastly, we'll get into the books that came in the mail, what I call the true indies. These are the books that you don't find on the comic shop shelves, but they are publishers self-publishing and doing their own thing. And I'm excited for this week. Got a few good books, including this. Now, this is a Kickstarter that I got. It has comics inside of it. And this is called This Book Might Explode. This is from the guys that did VeggieTales, and I think they do Chip Chilla now, which is another kids show. And so this is basically an activity book. So inside says it has, let's see here. What does it say it has inside? Yeah, it's got comics, chapter books, puzzles, gags, games, creative activities, and more. So it's kind of like those rainy day activity books. You can just kind of bust this out and check it out. So I got the first 2 books. This comes out every other month, and so I'm hoping that this will be something fun we can do with the kids. And of course, I just want to. My son's really kind of getting into comic books. He has no idea what anything is. I just read it to him, and I kind of describe what all the panels are. But if this is just something else that we can do together, I'm all down for that. And then I am diving deep into Horace H. Hoover. This is such a unique character. I learned about this guy from John's Long Box. I got issues 1 through something. I got all the back issues. 1, 2, and 3, I think. I think there's 3 issues here. This is like a supernatural detective noir story, but he wears a vacuum something on his head. I don't know. It's so funny, so silly. But I hear really good things about it, and so I'm excited to check out Horace H. Hoover. And then this guy needs no introduction. This is Conquered by Mark Miller. This is what if Game of Thrones crosses over with modern day New York, like dragons are coming into modern day New York. Sounds awesome. I kind of wish I had gotten the newspaper big print or whatever, but I decided to save the money, so I just got the regular trade. Super excited to read that. This one, I'm surprised came so quickly because I just learned about it. I swear I just ordered it last week. This is Solo Legion by Ryan Banks, and I just saw an interview with this guy. Now, normally team-up books kind of get me going cross-eyed because there's so many characters. I don't know who they all are, but every one of these characters seems so unique, and the kid had such a passion for sharing all these characters. I was like, I got to get the book. So I decided to go ahead and get the book. I also like his jive a little bit. He wants everyone to be a good person, be their own hero. I love that idea in comics, and just using comics to tell that kind of story and build that mindset is really, really cool. Last indie book that came in, I did an order with The Remnant, Grok Comics. It's a Christian comic publisher, but they don't do cheesy books. And they had 2 books that came out that I don't think I have. I don't think I have Remnant number 6, and then which is their main series here, post-apocalypse. Well, not post-apocalypse, it's pre-apocalypse. And then Black Cobra, which is a really cool character, and he's got the Golden Age, which is kind of like a flashback. So these are like 60s characters in universe. And this is number 2. And I know I don't have this one, so I decided to make that order. And then every time I order some Grok Comics, I always got to get some trading cards. They do little trading card packs. They got lots of great trading cards, and so I always like to get them. So it looks like, I guess I just got 1 pack. And I'm just going to quickly go through here because the way they actually stack the cards together when you do a pack is they actually do put a hit in the pack, just like a real trading card pack. And I'm going to go through here and grab the hits out of it. whoa, look at this one. I got a metal card. Okay, so real quick, so this is what the cards look like. So we got, just like a good old classic trading card. Normally I share these on my desk, but I don't want to go over to my desk because it's a whole setup. So these actually look really good. They have different series as well. So like here's a trading card from the set, The Remnant Universe, and this is Dark Owl. And whoops, and you can see it does look like a real trading card. Here's Beyond the Veil. So I like that there's like little mini sets that you can try to collect. And I think I got 2 hits. Yeah, so I ordered 2 packs. They just packaged them together. And looks like I got 3 foils. That's great. I love that. So there might be another hit in here. I just can't see it because of the lighting. But here's the hits. I'm super excited for this. So we got Man of War. There's a foil card for you there. And I love the back. The back is that classic trading card. And then we got a foil Thief in the Night. This is one of my favorites. I love him. He's kind of like the Batman character. He's a former boxer. And that's a lot of fun to see. But look at this. I got a metal card. And this is one of their Golden Age characters, Daredevil, right? Don't ask me how they got to name him that. But look at that, Daredevil. This is a metal card. There's nothing on the back because it really is a metal card. This is awesome. I think this is my first metal comic trading card ever. But this is pretty cool. So yeah, so this is actually, it looks like a cover. It's a comic cover trading card. So that is super cool. If you have any Grok comic trading cards, please let me know because I would love to buy them off you or figure out something we can trade because this is so cool. I want to get all the cards and there's so many of them. They're hard to get. So that's why every time I make a Grok order, I always am sure to add some trading cards to that. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you humoring me and letting me share the hobby with you. What books did you get this week? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk about comic books. That's what this channel is about. We all don't always have someone to chat about all these things with and books we're excited for. So let me know what you're reading, what you want to talk about. Leave it in the comments along with your giveaway comment free 100. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you guys for watching. Share this channel with your friends. And I'll see you all in the next one when we talk about what I read this week in Marvel and DC. See y'all in the next video.